This is the Rebel Scum Podcast. Available in video on YouTube and audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Every week, Brock and James talk the latest rumors, news, and theories from a galaxy far, far away. Support us on Patreon for exclusive offers and join the Star Wars discussion. Patreon.com/RebelScumPodcast. Here are your hosts, Brock and James.
You're always scum. Rebel Scum.
Rebel Scum Podcast with my mic on. You're not reacting, so I'm going to say yes. I'm Brock. This is...
Also Brock, James.
Oh!
I almost wore that same shirt. FYI. It's right there. I'm
James
looking at it
is
right
on
now.
the shirt.
So are you. You're the star of the shirt. I honestly, I'm looking at it right now. I might leave the show and put it on. So we can be twinsies.
And then I'm just going to go, okay, he's not here. It's like when Wayne's World, where like Garth's out there by himself, he's like, I think he's losing it, man.
You think we'll see another Saturday Night Live skit as a movie anytime in the future? When was the last one we got?
I mean, if you count Please Don't Destroy, which is like the new Lonely Island guys on SNL.
No, they don't. No, I mean like, but it's not based on a skit though.
Yeah, these are just them. What was the last thing?
Yeah, right. It's been a while.
Oh, I think they're trying to make a Californians. I feel like I heard that they're trying to make a.
Well, they did the commercial for whatever car that was.
Yes, they did do a commercial. Yeah. I swear I heard something else. It's okay.
Gail, they're terrible. Yes, welcome. 2 weeks in a row live stream. You win a prize. Someone will contact you, and if they don't contact you, don't contact us.
You win nothing.
You win big present. All right, let's talk Star Wars. Lots to discuss. Star Wars is all over the news. Unbelievable how much Star Wars is in the news. I like Star Wars. Okay, so I did you know that the Jedi Survivor, which is the second one, Fallen Order is the first one?
Yes.
Survivor is available on PS4.
Oh, cool. On what is it? It's
been on there for a while. I didn't know. It's like it's still like $50, I think, Canadian.
Not bad. Wait, what is it on PS5? The PS5 store? Or what's like, is it you're buying just the game itself? Or you know how like Xbox has whatever it's called? Is it the Game Pass? Does PlayStation have that?
I think so. I don't know. I only have a PS4 and won't be upgrading anytime soon. By the way, I did get my Nintendo Switch 2 today. I got the Nintendo Switch 2 in the mail today, and there was a receipt stapled to it.
My friend Mike is a post office worker, carrier, letter carrier, whatever you want to call it. And he walks by a mall and he stopped in there at a GameStop and said, "Hey," or I assume a GameStop. I don't know where he went. It's like, "Hey, do you have Switch 2?" And they did. They had a couple Switch 2 that weren't reserved, and he bought one today. I was like, "Whoa!" But he's a post worker. He's up early, so it makes sense. It could work for that.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to. Obviously it's Nintendo. They'll sell very well. I'm curious how they'll sell compared to like the Wii, the original Wii, even the Switch.
The whole thing just feels like they're just like, we need to upgrade our system because there's really only 3 games that are new, but there's tons of there's a new patch for this to make this work better. It's like, I'm like, the new Pokemon game, you can order it on Switch 1 or Switch 2, and I'm
I know. Yeah, I think it's do that. And this is what like the Switch was like such a great. It's their best thing that they made, but they did not even come close to like living up to its potential. They're like, here's just all the Wii U games you didn't buy for the same price you paid for. I'm like, what? That's what frustrated me so much. Like, I don't want to buy it again. I still have my Wii. Like, and now they're doing it again. I'm like, and for like the price point, it just drives me nuts. I'll get it on clearance in 2055 when the Switch 7 is out.
Nice.
And I drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. They're not even trying anymore. Like, Nintendo's just like, we got you. Buy your gonads.
Nice. So yeah, you'll just have to wait for it to come on PS4, like Jedi Survivor. I was like, what is it called again? It's just been like a title colon this and like
yeah, I know. I'm good with waiting. I'm not in a rush for anything anymore. I don't have time to play anything. Although I have been playing a lot more, oddly enough, Nintendo Switch in the evening, like late at night. I throw on some Tetris, or I've been really into Resident Evil. I don't remember which one it is, but it's a good one. It's fun. I did get scared. It did make me jump. I was because I'm such a wuss. All right, let's go to blind rankings.
Woo!
Before we get to our main topics, we're going to go to blind rankings.
Let's do it.
These are called blind rankings because I'm going to give Brock 5 things to put in a ranking, and he's not going to know what they are at all. And Pauline wants to know why I'm not wearing an Oilers jersey because I'm not an Edmontonian. Must be nice having a winning team. All right, here we go. Blind rankings. We're going top 5 OG characters.
Okay.
Let me just find it. I want to add to it. Let's go with. Let's just start it strong and go with Mon Mothma because she's all the rage nowadays. People forget that that's where she started from.
Yep. I'm gonna put her at 5 because it's like,
wow, that's a mistake.
Yeah, she only says one line.
Yeah, you
like if Akbar's on here too, he's gonna go way higher. So I gotta be ready.
You think I'm gonna put Akbar on this list?
Oh, it was a trap.
Veers.
4. No, that's funny because I'm a sucker for any Instagram post where it's like your birthday month is the character, and like it was like Imperial officers and June was Veers. I'm like, I'm okay with that. Like, I am a 40, soon to be 41-year-old man, and when I see stuff like that, it's like, see which Pokemon your thing is on your birthday month, and I always read it. I don't scroll past. I'm like, who's, and I check my wife's as well. It's like, that's a good one too. 41 years old.
What Pokemon are you?
I can't remember. There's so many.
Probably.
It's just clickbait.
I know. I did that. I did the dinosaur one twice, and it was the same list. I'm like, damn it, I got sucked twice. I don't know. My daughter's obsessed with T-Rex, though. She's
nice.
She loves T-Rex, and she goes like this. And she goes, roar! I'm like, geez, kid, chill out. Lobot. Brock, Lobot.
Oh, okay. 3. Oh, this is a boring list. Like, not what you compiled, my order of things. I'm literally going countdown.
It's really boring. All right, let's go with oh man.
Oh, I thought that was a hint, like it was Chewbacca. I was like, oh, 1.
Max Rebo.
Okay, I won't be boring. I'm gonna put Max Rebo at number 1.
Oh no, that was a mistake. Let me find the spelling on this one. Here we go. And number 1 or number 2, I guess, is Bosk. You have Max Rebo, Bosk, Lobot, Veers, Mon, Mothma. The chat's going crazy. They're like, this is the greatest ranking ever. Like, we're so glad you picked the best characters from the original trilogy. Look, we're on episode 371. We've only done this ranking thing for a couple weeks. But we're gonna need 371 of these, so they can't all be good, Sorry.
These are all characters that are like series 3 of action figures since the 70s. They're
But they're the
like
ones you
the
still
third
have.
release. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know it.
But Mon Mothma now is like she is like the feature star who, if you want to read her in a novel, she's in a coma for all of the novels. Still annoys me to this day.
While you were sleeping, the Mon Mothma story after Return of the Jedi.
That's how it goes. All right, those are our rankings. All right, we're gonna go over to Conja Club now, and it's your favorite part. Let's see, this is the whole clip. It's 39
I
seconds.
spent that money.
Conja Club wants their investment back
Who's gonna
too.
play
I
it?
never made a deal with Conja Club.
Tell that to Conja Club.
Just tell it to him. You got your pop. You need your popcorn out. All right, they just canceled our monetization. The whole
I do
35 cents we were about to make is lost.
I do like the placement of us down there with a big video above us. So like next time we do a review of a trailer, we definitely have to do that.
Yeah. I guess the next trailer we're gonna get is The Mandalorian.
My God.
Probably in like January.
I know I've asked
December,
this before. I know I've asked this before, and I'm a terrible podcaster, but when did Mandalorian come out? Pre-COVID?
Yeah, 2019. It was the launch, the Disney Plus launch.
Yes, that's right. It's wild. Like, it's wild how far that character has come in 6 years. Soon to be 7. Like, wow.
Yeah, he's up there, like with
amazing.
Yeah, him and Grogu are both up there, probably what, a tier below the OGs. Maybe below like the prequel Anakin, Obi-Wan, like maybe that level. Actually, maybe right there. Could be right there with them. Come at me, chat. Come at me and argue with
Come
them.
at us. I think that's a very engaging conversation right there. Where you're just
that's what we should be talking about, but instead we're not. So let's just talk about that.
Okay.
What? But I know, like, where would you put them on, like, your tier of Star Wars? Because also the thing is, like, people hated season 3 and Boba Fett, the book of that. That I think just that and why I'm bringing that up is because those two characters, but Mandalorian will stick with just Din, has kind of like still become a face of Star Wars and still someone that people really like, even though they might not have liked those two entries into the franchise.
I mean, it's sort of some people don't like Return of the Jedi, right? Like,
and some people are wrong.
Bears, Ewoks, bears, like it's like Empire. It's so metal. Like, yeah. Those usually are two sentences that go together. It's like Empire is just such a good movie, which it is. It's like Return of the Jedi is just Ewoks. I think I'm literally quoting Clerks. But like, it's just like it's just not everything has to be for you. So it's like I think I have criticisms of Book of Boba Fett, but at the same note, I'm like, I would never cast it off because it's just like, one, we get the 2.5 episodes of Mandalorian season 7 in that show, but like, there's a lot of good things. Like, I want to go back. Like, what Black Chrysanthemum alone as a character, like, we need to go back and see that. Like, so I don't think I write off Book of Boba Fett. I feel like I should rewatch that actually. But yeah.
I think everyone knows where I stand on the Book of Bobes.
Yeah.
I think it is a underrated. Now, I mean, compared to Andor, no. But you know, also though, you know what? Here's the fairness point too is, it also costs like 1/10 of Andor. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, the volume, yeah, but that's how they made it affordable. Like, you can't survive. Like, Andor, as great as it is, Disney Plus, I mean, they kind of had to fight for that money. If you read the new articles, Disney Plus would be like bankrupt by now if they stuck with that. And I love Andor. I think it's the best looking Star Wars we've ever gotten, but it cost and they used the money wisely. Let's we'll say that too. Like, they didn't waste it. Like they used it very wisely, and they made it look like, whether you like the subject matter, whatever, is one thing, but like it looks like a blockbuster film, like a good blockbuster film, not a modern day digital color washed one.
Yeah, like I think I probably started annoying you with sending you those posts of like, this is where they shot Andor season 2, because there was one after the other. It's like, here they are in the UK, here they are in Italy. Like, it's fun kind of to have that again. Even though if I had a chance to visit the volume, I would absolutely go. But like, it is kind of fun that Andor went to actual places, and most of those buildings are real buildings, like where like the building that Mon and Cassian run out of when she's after her speech. Like, that's a real place. I'm like, oh, I would love to just go. Like, it's so dumb because you get there and it's like, here's the building. Here's a building that actually exists and does stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, but the idea of like, oh, this is so cool, but like the journey to it, like, especially like Harry Potter, not to deviate, like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings have a lot of outdoor places. So it's like, you could go to like, this is where this one thing was shot, but then it's just like, it's a field and there's a mountain. Like, I love that idea. It does make me excited. So, but like, it's worth like the fact that it's a little bit more, I'm not attention to detail. It's just like, oh, it feels alive because it's a real place.
Yeah, I agree. I think the volume, though, I kind of wish we never knew about it. I do think they overused. I think the Kenobi show, I think you felt it bad. Mostly when they're running in front of it, it never looks good. But I don't know. I just think, again, it's the budget. Andor, the whole thing of Andor cost $600 million. and I think the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is going to cost 120 or 40 or something. Like, it's like, nah, I mean, yeah, there's 2 seasons of Andor, blah, blah, blah. Again, they should have made Andor. They told Tony Gilroy, Disney told Gilroy that streaming is dead. That's what they told him. It's like, then why did they not make these movies? They could, like, just imagine if they would have not called it Andor, because that's stop naming things after characters, like I've been saying for 4 years now. But imagine if they put that's exact same, everything's the same, but they made them movies instead, and it was like they could have given us 3 or 6 movies, you know. And it's just like, we could have been in the theater watching this, and it would look like, I don't want to go see it in the theater next year because why? But like, yeah. It would be, how good would this look in the theater? It would be spectacular in the theater, and it's a great, especially 7, 8, and 9. That's such a strong arc. And that could have been a movie, no problem, and I think people would have dug it. But again, it's Star Wars, people would have hated it. But that one, though, because we did the Dune episode like a year ago, where like, is Dune the new Star Wars? That arc is probably more similar in tone to like a Dune.
Yeah.
Which I think is what a lot of movie audiences are looking for with this kind of genre now. We'll see. I'm really excited for Mandalorian and Grogu, though. I love those characters. I love everything about it. And Pauline had a comment here. Right here, I'll bring it up. You can see, I wish they had not stuck the Mandalorian story in the middle of Boba Fett. And I think that's a problem a lot of people had. Again, though, you don't name these after the damn characters. You don't have that problem. And they should. I still think they should have called it the Mandalorian : Book of Boba Fett or something like that. Like, something to that effect, to just remind you, like, hey, this is one story, and this is this part of the story. Like, I think that's, especially the like Filoni Favreau verse thing that's going on. Like, I think that is more important to clarify. So also, so we all know, because there are people like, I don't want to watch a Boba Fett show, but it's connected to the Mandalorian. Like, you know, I think there's little things like that they messed up on.
And just going back to like one thing you said at the beginning there, it was just like, it doesn't, like, they're like, streaming is dead, but it's like, okay, make the movies. But then they're like, the thing this week I saw a lot on Instagram was like, Thunderbolts is the second biggest flop for Marvel, and it's just like, they need to make $100 million more. But it's like, not everybody. I think a lot of people liked it. I don't even know what the Rotten Tomato score is, but it's just like, what does, like, a flop just doesn't make any sense anymore, because it's just like, that movie was good, and now people are, I think people
did you
are
see
excited for it. I did see it. I liked it quite a bit. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, but like,
I wanna see it. I haven't yet, but I it's weird because you brought that up because I read the same thing, but I also read that it was a hit. So I couldn't I don't even I've stopped caring. On a personally, I've kind of stopped caring. Like Star Wars is different because we do the podcast, so I pay attention. But now I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Box office numbers, and also I'm 40. You're gonna be 44 on the same day you turn 41. I'm old. I really don't give a damn anymore.
Yeah.
Like the box, this movie made $100 bazillion. Doesn't matter. Did I like it? Did I go to see? Like that's what matters now. It's like so because when I was younger, I'm like, oh man, that movie didn't make any money. I'm not going to watch it. But now I'm like, I don't care if it interests me. I'm going to watch it. I want to see Thunderbolts. I'll get to that. July, like we talked about, is going to be stupid. But, yeah. Pauline liked Thunderbolts as well.
Yeah, it does really, really well. Make you care about characters that are like the side characters from other things. I was like, what's her face? Florence Pugh. I'm like, you're a good actress. Like, you're really good at this. It's like, I get it now. But Thunderbolts, 88% critics, 93% viewers. Certified fresh. So like,
wow. I actually will pay more attention to the audience score now on Rotten Tomatoes and critics because I've stopped. Critics also, they annoy me, and I think they're all idiots nowadays. So I've kind of stopped caring. But I don't even know what that movie made in the box office. But that is why I think Mandalorian Grogu is in a good spot because I think for that to be a success, it has to make like 500 or 600 million, and I think it will. Let me just type in Thunderbolts box office. Yeah, it's got a good cast, right? Thunderbolts, but I also think Thunderbolts. Okay.
Well, like
tell me the number.
You mentioned July a bunch of times already. Like maybe the Superman, Jurassic World, the beginning again, and Fantastic Four will be a good summer thing, like obviously for us, for people like us that like nerd stuff like this, or just spectacle movies. It's like it's gonna be fun, but like maybe this will have a resurgence, or maybe this will like light us match under Lucasfilm and be like, oh, let's make a Star Wars movie again. People will go to people will go to the theater. Sorry, did you find it again?
Yeah, it's gonna fall short of 400 million, so that might not be good for Mandalorian. I think Star Wars, but like you said though, I don't know how much Thunderbolts cost to make. I can't find the budget, but who cares? The point is for sorry, I'm still looking. For Mandalorian Grogu is Star Wars. Star Wars hasn't been in the theater for it'll be 7 years.
Yeah,
7 years since that. I think just Star Wars in the theater is going to hit. I think you're going to see, the bitches on YouTube complain about Star Wars and how it's this and that, because that's what they do. Not us. We're smooth. But they're all going to complain. Twitter's going to be a mess. People online are going to be like, "Oh, Star Wars," and there's going to be all that nonsense. But the normal people who have their head on their shoulders, who don't cry online, are going to be like, oh, Star Wars is back. Should we go check that out? Like, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's people that just don't like Star Wars. They're going to go, but I think people who do are probably going to we should go see Star Wars this weekend. Now, this is where I think critics come in. If critics don't like it, they might not. But I think I think it's going to do well regardless. And I think because it has such a small budget, it's in a good spot.
Put up Pauline's.
Whoa,
right there.
Pauline!
Wow,
Pauline coming in with the heat.
I am sorry. Unless the reviews are great, I will never see a SW movie again. Wow.
That's harsh.
Yikes. That's fair. I mean, that's your truth. That's your truth. Or you're joking. I'm not sure.
She's serious. I heard Star Wars future is resting on the Mandalorian Grogu. I don't think it's the Star Wars future. I think it's the Mandalorian's future is resting on. The rumor was if it does well, they'll make a sequel. If it doesn't do well, there'll be no more Mandalorian and Grogu ever again. Which I find hard to. I find hard to believe that people are taking it at face value. I think it means there won't be a sequel to it. There's no season. I don't think the season 4 is happening regardless, because I think from Gilroy's comment, Disney is saying streaming is dead. So they're going to put all of their big budget stuff into motion pictures. If we get the small, I think you'll get animated stuff like the mall, things like that will live on Disney Plus. But I think the big live action stuff are going to be moved to movie theaters again. And I think it makes sense. Like if Mandalorian Grogu doesn't do well, they're not going to make a sequel. They shouldn't make a sequel because that means people didn't want to go see it, so they didn't. And unlike before when you had a movie like say Austin Powers, which comes out, doesn't make too much money, but then it thrives on VHS rentals. You don't have that anymore because people watched on streaming, and I don't even know how they judge that. They might work for Phineas and Ferb. They're coming back, but I think it's a little bit different for these. So I think, if it doesn't do well, it shouldn't have a sequel. And if it does well, it should have a sequel. I think that's how they should. They should. I think even the Ryan Gosling movie, that's how it should be approached. Yeah. Like if it does well, you've got to keep making these movies, which sucks to some extent, but also it's Star Wars and it's a franchise, and that's what it is.
I think executives will make whatever makes them money. So I get it. Like the easiest solution is like, that did well, make another one. Or get the director to make another thing. It's like, I just listened to Kevin Smith on something, and now he somewhat has the rights back to Dogma after Harvey Weinstein. And he's like, Dogma 2, I'm going to work on something. He's like, why? You don't have to do anything for Dogma 2 outside of, I'll go see it because I like that movie. But it's just like, enough was said. So it's just like, none of it makes any sense anymore. I just don't understand why you wouldn't. You're literally a film production company. Just make films. I don't. Whatever.
I'm a movie guy. I want to go see a movie in the theater, and that's where I stand.
Absolutely.
And everybody, and Star Wars, as great as it's been on the small screen, it belongs on the big screen. That's where we gotta go.
Yeah, I 100%.
Oscar Isaac was asked if he will be in Daisy Ridley's upcoming Star Wars movie, to which he promptly replied, no. And that was it. He just said no. Heidi saying the speculation that he might be in, I think it was Heidi, saying the speculation that he will be in the Ryan Gosling movie. But he's kind of saying he doesn't want to return to Star Wars. I don't know if you saw the clip of him saying no, but it's like, there's no wiggle room in that. There's not like he thinks about it. He's going to come up with like, he's like, no. Yeah. It's like me when I talk to my kid. No. Actually, that's her talking to me. So what are your thoughts on the possible end of Poe Dameron as we know it? And do you think he'd come back for a Tony Gilroy-esque Poe Dameron show? I
don't think anybody in Hollywood is ever like, no, I'll never do that again. I'm like, sure. And all of a sudden we have, what do you call that one? Happy Gilmore 2. And all of a sudden we have Naked Gun 33.7.2 or whatever. Like, they'll make it. They'll make it at some point because everyone's like, because nostalgia, at least for the next little while, I think, still will always suck. It's like, especially our generation, we're like, oh, you're going to make a live action Gummy Bears movie? I love Gummy Bears.
Wait, what? Is that real?
No, I just made it
Gummy
up.
Bears.
Exactly. We will take the hit of the nostalgic cocaine that is our childhood, which Lucasfilm ruined.
Boo, KK, boo.
I don't believe anything famous people say until they pass away. Like, well, now they can't be in movies anymore. So it's like,
yes, they can.
I don't know. Oh yeah. What am I talking about? That goes out the window too. What is Oscar Isaac doing right now?
Hosting the Andor panel or something.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. I'm like, okay, so like,
no, he's in. What is he in? He's in something.
I think they're making Moon Knight too, but like, what is he doing outside of franchises?
Oh, Frankenstein. He's in the new Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which is a Netflix movie. And okay, side Akbar. So the Narnia movies that Greta Gerwig are making are for Netflix, and Netflix is produced this Frankenstein movie as well. And fans are saying this should be in the theater. And Greta Gerwig was complaining that it wasn't going to be in the theater, so they're giving it a theatrical run. And I just have this to say: while I am all for the theatrical release because I don't care for streaming movies as is, I have to say this: when you make a movie and Netflix is your backer and you're making it for Netflix, it's made for streaming. You know the bed you're getting into when you sign the deal. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like you're like, I'll make this movie for Netflix, and then like halfway through the production, like it's not getting it. You're like you know what it is. You know what it. Even I heard the Roadhouse movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, where they were making that big deal about how it was. Apparently, they signed on. They're like, you want to make this for streaming or for theaters? They're like, streaming. We got more money. Like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
Now, I would rather have all of them in the movie theater too, but we all know what Netflix is. That's Netflix is streaming. Stop it. Side act bar complete. Sorry, rant over. I'm just mad.
I don't know. Oscar Isaac. The panel thing shows you like he's not angry at like Lucasfilm or Disney. He probably just like I don't really want to do that kind of movie again. But that could change. He could have kids. I don't know if he has kids. He could need a new summer home. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, not that I'm not trying to make it seem like people are greedy, but like, come on. Like,
that's why they do. I think people forget that acting is his job. Like, that's how he gets his house and his car. I'm sure he wants to do the art films and Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein's all good. But when push comes to shove, he's going to do a Marvel movie. He's going to do a Star Wars movie. He'll probably do a DC movie. He might be Batman. Like he won't be Batman. But that's his job, and he needs it. It's I remember before this was the norm. Like Willem Dafoe doing Spider-Man was a big deal, and he was like, it was time for me to do that. I needed to do this. Basically, it's like because your career, movies have evolved so much. We're in like you mentioned the nostalgic factor. It's so wild how like there were no movies, then there were movies, and then there were remakes of those movies, and then there were remakes of those movies, and now we've hit this point where the remakes of the remakes, but now there's sequel remakes, but now we're nostalgic, but not for the originals or the remakes, but for the like it's just like we're in this weird. We've never been in this time frame of movies before. It's like it's everything's kind of new, and arguably they've done everything. That's the problem. It's like, it's like, you keep telling stories, but where are we going to go? And I think that's part of the problem with people going, and Scorsese won't even go to see movies in the theater anymore.
And anytime someone says Scorsese said something, I'm just like, whatever. The only good thing I saw of it was the first episode of The Studio. Did you see that show? I can't remember if we talked about that show.
No, I do not have the apples.
Yeah, neither do I. But I watched
I don't have any.
3 episodes or whatever, and there's Scorsese's like literally in the first episode as himself trying to sell a movie to somebody. And it's just like that was pretty funny. So I don't know. Oscar Isaac, I mean, him saying no to the Ray movie, that's an easy lie because it's like, well, I haven't said no, I'm never being in a Star Wars movie. It's just no to that particular movie. That may or may not happen.
That's the thing. Nobody knows who's in that movie.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill said he's done also.
Oh, yeah. But we'll see. But I can kind of. It's also the end of the Skywalker saga, allegedly. So
that's we talk about this another day. But the Skywalker thing is still intriguing to me because there's so many like fans, especially like the I guess the younger, newer fans, whatever you want to call them. Who needs the Skywalkers? Let's move on. And we've kind of talked about it. But I still feel like the problem is trying to figure out how to word this now, but like the Skywalker saga, which was I hate that, but like the movies had an identity, right? Like the first 6, we can say even the first 9 had an identity, and it was like Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, like, and they're centered around that and Vader, like, and all that. So we knew what we're getting into. But as we further expand on it, and now the Skywalker saga is quote unquote closed, I think maybe the Star Wars problem is Star Wars identity. Like, what is like Mandalorian Grogu's coming out, so that I'm fine with that identity. But then the Ryan Gosling movie's coming out. What's that? Like, what is that? Is that like I don't understand that. And, I think I understand it, but I'm just saying for argument's sake, like, I don't understand what the point of that is aside from that, and like because Rogue One, so like they all kind of fit in that narrative that we know, the identity that we know. But Mandalorian, Acolyte, obviously. They all of a sudden we're getting out of it, and like I think for Star Wars to continue to succeed and evolve, it needs to figure out what its identity is in the next chapter of it. Does that make sense?
I think so. I mean, it goes along the lines of what we always say. It's like there should just be a story group that is ideally mapping out where you're gonna go, not necessarily writing the scripts, but being like, this is what I do, and maybe like it's like you just got to be like Stephen King. That guy has been writing a page of whatever every day for the last 50 years of his life, and now he's just putting out books that are like, you wrote this 20 years ago and just didn't finish it, and now you finished it. Like, like there's like I think I've said this before. Like The Institute is a book he just put out in the last 4 years. I think it was during COVID, and it's a great book, and it's like. It's a book that exists in this world, but a big part of it is this kid runs away from the Institute and then jumps on a train. I'm like, that doesn't happen anymore. Like, that's a thing from like the 70s and 80s that are like, yeah, we're jumping boxcars. Like, I was like, this was an idea you had like 20 years ago and you maybe got somewhere and then stopped. But like, that's the thing. Just come up with it. Like, why is it the High Republic, the Writer's Circle or whatever it was called, had a whiteboard with all these things on it, and it was just like it said dinosaurs on there. That never happened, but like that's a great idea. Or it's like an intriguing idea. It might not have any wings, but like dinosaurs.
Pterodactyl.
Cool.
I think the whiteboard was a great idea, but they shouldn't have made that public because when you see the things on it, people don't understand how whiteboards work, and they're just like, they're loose ideas, kids. Yeah.
So no, it's just like you can have these ideas. They don't have to become something right now, but maybe down the road. So you just need a group of people that are just thinking things up, and you just have it on a whiteboard, and then one day you're like there. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think they need. I think I guess that's kind of what I was saying is they need a plan, a 10-year. Like what is the identity of this? And Pauline said they need a new era, and you know what, Pauline, because you want me to root for Edmonton, I'm going to disagree with you on this. I don't know if they need a new era. They need a new focal point. They need to be like why am I like what is the next thing? And I don't need like I even said when the sequel trilogy was coming out, I think I said to you before we had the podcast, like I didn't really care if Han, Luke, and Leia were the leads of that at all. Like I mean, I like the idea of them like passing the baton is the old cliche, but I was fine with that. I'm like I don't need them to be in it. Now what they ended up doing with them, whatever. But like I didn't need any of that. I was fine. Like bring the new characters. Look, Mandalorian and Grogu, they bring in new characters and you're all in. But it just and you know what that and even Mandalorian thing, but like that identity is branched from the Skywalker saga. It's still in that Skywalker saga identity, like it's right in there. It's right after all that. So it's like it's still kind of like you still kind of feel the presence of. I mean, obviously they go to Tatooine a million times at one point, but like you still kind of feel the presence of that. And I think that's really what they need is like make us feel like it's part of the Skywalker saga, and then take us somewhere. And like it needs that identity, and I don't know if it knows what it is. And I think a story group, to your point, would really help on that.
Yeah, and you can call it whatever you want, like the Star Wars architects. I don't know, like, because it's just like I can't think of an example, but it's just like, oh no, here's a perfect example: the Conja Club, like the scene that you play to irritate me every episode, like that we do this. That is a throwaway scene.
Good to see you.
Like it's great. Like Casu Leach and the Irish guy. It's like, who are they? I'm intrigued, and mostly just because they're like you're thrown into a world that is existing without you knowing why it exists, and then they're like, oh look, they're all dressed up the same and they have shiny red helmets. Like, let's be honest, you put a shiny helmet on a bunch of people, and we'll be like, oh, very cool, very nice. Like, it's like that is what Star Wars has and will always have, I think. And it'll keep it alive. It's just like you can throw us in a world and we're like, yeah, that's really interesting. Like parts of Andor, I think is engaging because you're like, oh, cool. Like, look at this new type of planet. Like, we've never had a planet where these people sound French, right? You know, like it's like, or not even if they sound French or German or whatever. It's like they're just speaking another language that kind of sounds like a language we're used to, not an alien language. For like, it's like this feels like a real thing. Like, to the point I'm like, how did they think up all these words? And I'm like, they've been doing this forever. But it's just like stuff like that is what will make us come back to Star Wars. It's not so matter of like, how does Luke work into this? It does. The story is important. Story is what will make that box office happen, I think. But like, I think we like that niche of an environment. Sorry,
First, Pauline's question: was it you gentlemen that's first of all, we are not gentlemen.
No.
Was it you gentlemen that suggested that they should have made a standalone movie with Han, Luke, and Leia, then start a new trilogy with new characters? I don't think it was me. Was that you? It wasn't me.
I don't know.
If you like the idea, I'll take credit for it.
I push what we say out in the episodes immediately out of my head. I'm like,
I don't think so, because I would have been fine with nothing with them. But maybe we did say it. Maybe we said probably.
I think we're too self-aware of how Harrison Ford is about this series that we're like, there's no way they're gonna get him.
That was the biggest problem was you knew Solo was dying in that movie, like because of that, because you knew that was how it's gonna happen.
It's like he hates the movie.
I had a thought and now I forget what it was, so guess I won't be saying that thought today. Oh boy, everyone's gonna miss it. They're all like, "Oh, what was the thought, James?" I don't know what it was.
Gone.
All right, let's go Sith or that. We didn't do it last week. We'll do it this week.
Ooh.
Same ones from last week. I didn't even change them. Last week we talked about Ryan Reynolds' R-rated Star Wars because Deadpool swears, so why shouldn't Chewie? Sith or that, would you rather have an R-rated Star Wars or a G-rated Star Wars? R-rated or G-rated?
Oh.
Didn't it used to be like F for family? Wasn't that the old rating?
I feel like that's like maybe a TV rating. But maybe. I feel like a VHS rating. I am gonna be dangerous and say R-rated. Though we've talked ad nauseum about like Star Wars isn't edgy in a sense, but they can be. Like, I think R-rated can be construed a lot of different ways. Like,
I think Andor was really pushing the limit of R. Yeah. And I said last week I don't want it to get any more R than that.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't know if I want G-rated. like that's when it gets kind of hokey. You know what I mean? I don't want hokey either. What did you say?
R-rated.
Yeah, I'm going R as well.
Yeah,
I'm going R as well. Because I think you could do more with an R, and like without being like a hard R. Like it doesn't have to be a hard R. But anyway. All right, just after that, Mace Windu lives or Ahsoka never dies.
Damn, that's good on both, because it's just like Ahsoka just sort of like, how are you alive? It's like it still kind of hasn't really been. I mean, it kind of is, and kind of I don't know. The Ahsoka story, like timeline, isn't exactly complete, but I've loved the internet passion for bringing back Mace somehow, because it's like he could easily be alive. Darth Maul could come back with spider legs, like Mace Windu can come back. I am going to choose Mace Windu because it's just we've gotten enough Ahsoka. And as much as I'm excited to see a second season of Ahsoka, I've been like, maybe you need to pump the brakes on this and just let the character be the character.
I'm gonna go Mace Windu. I love me some Mace, but and I'm good with him being dead. But if I have the choice, I'm going with Mace. And you know what? The longer time goes, I'm like, you know what? Just bring him back.
Would it be Samuel L. Jackson
or nobody? Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson or nobody. That's my feeling. Yeah. Would you the Sith or that episode 10 or just spin-offs from here on out? So if you choose spin-offs, you can never have an episode 10.
Do the spin-offs create their own series, or is it a new narrative each
Never more than 12.
I'm gonna go spin-offs. Just because why are we going in a straight line? Let's make a spider web. It all connects. They all say Battle of Yavin at some point, or Emperor at some point.
I'm going 10. Pauline, there's Heidi's point. And do you think that there'll be a sex scene in Star Wars? I think we got close to that in Andor. I think we will, though. I think at some point someone's going to cave in. I don't know if it'll be in our lifetime, to be honest, but I think it's going to come. It's going to come.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know.
Let me just unlock my phone. I just the two-step verification thing. It's like it's driving me nuts. Just so I could pay with my watch. Actually, that's not what I got. I know I got it for something else. I did pay with my watch once though, and I was like, "That's wild," and then I never did it again because.
Yeah, that's too easy.
My dad only pays with his phone though. I'm like, Daddy. Those are our Sith or that's. All right, let's go over to the
Ooh.
The Last Jedi has a sex scene, says Dale. Yeah, the hand touching, sure. I don't think that's what Pauline meant though. I think she was going a little bit more on the R rating there. Kind of like that scene in Thunderbolts. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, did you see on Instagram this week? It's a lot of people are like, Dave Filoni's in running to replace Kathleen Kennedy. I'm like, yeah, no doy. Like, he's not going anywhere. He's literally made a career of Star Wars. It's like, yeah, you can call him George Lucas Jr. I don't care. Like, of course he's going to be there. Like, come on.
Yes, I purposely didn't put that in the talk. We probably would have got more views with that, but when it happens, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like,
absolutely.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Do you know what's even more shocking? Just kidding.
The possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Tell me the odds.
We can just do never tell me the odds like this.
Yeah, I don't
Bring
see why
Quill
not.
back. Bring Quill back, you cat.
Uh-oh, he's frozen. Will he come back? Who knows? I will do the Never Tell Me the Odds prequel or preceding thing. So, Never Tell Me the Odds, brought to you by patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. If you like what we do and you want to support us in any way you can, go to patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast and support us. Sometimes we put content up there. We let you know when we're going to do things. I don't know. James takes care of it, but we appreciate all the people that support us and come out every time we do these streams and say all the nice things in the chat and be like, oh, you guys are the best. And those people are like, so it's just me. That's good. That means he's coming back. Our Heidi Feder, executive producer, Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Studer Thrawn, Randy Kenobi, Mary Kristen Aton, Dale Urban, Phil Staniforth, Rez, Scott D, Josh Price, Matt W, Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, Cosmic Girl, O2, Glick Play 1, Denim Nerds, Disney Desi, Charlotte, Ron Prasek, And Jeff Wilson never said all the names ever. Episode 371. I'm just usually the first couple. So that is new. And this is the juicy content you will get if you support us at patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. So until he comes back, I will just read this. So we are organized. We do have a rundown. There is an order to this show. This is a little peek behind the curtain. This is from executive producer Heidi. What are the odds we see Captain Rex in Ahsoka season 2? I mean, it's a no-brainer. But where does that show land in the whole thing? Is it return? Anyways, I would like it, especially if you can get. Can you imagine if it's not Tamora Morrison? I mean, you could easily just have him voice it and not just put a helmet on him. But like, I think we want to see Rex as we saw him in Rebels. So I want to say 45%. I want to say full Brock, but that does feel like a cop out. I don't know how you guys put up with it. But yeah, I'm gonna say 45%. What is everyone else saying? Skywalker's Academy, Rex in Ahsoka. Yeah, no. But let's go to the next one. It's just amazing. Put your thoughts on this first on the commentary, the chat, so I have something to come off to spring off of. He hasn't even texted me. Wow. This else is from Heidi. What are the odds we see Prince Zizor in the Maul series or Kira? You didn't have to add the Kira. I was in at Zizor. But Kira is interesting and makes sense. So that'll be 2 odds. I'm gonna say 30% Caesar. Maybe more likely like a reference. Definitely Black Sun I could see. But Kira, I want to say 75%. Like, what is Amelia Clark doing? Is she busy? Like, are we shooting Secret Wars Part 2? I don't think so. I'm going to say 75% for Kira. That would be awesome. That was at the end of, was that Solo? I was like, what's that movie? Solo is like, oh, you won me over again. That would be very, very interesting. And what are the odds James will come back? We kind of hear you. Sounds like your mic's not fully connected, but that's okay. It was a good time. Oh, there you go. Plug it in, baby. Air gap. Anyways, it was a good time to lose your internet connection or whatever, because I just read the things. I read all the names, James. I was so scared. I was like, Ron Research. And
he's in the chat.
I know.
I switched computers. I
had to say Disney Desi, and we all know that, like, she's not wanted around here because she hates the Leafs. I don't know. Anywho, no, I'm just joking.
Fun fact, I tried to get on, but while I got on, my Google Chrome kept crashing on me. So when I logged on, it let me go on StreamYard, but it logged me out of StreamYard. So I was in as a guest, and I couldn't put myself in the show because I was a guest. So I was like, that's it. So I switched computers, and here we are. And I don't need to hear you. I'm not even doing this anymore. We're not doing this. I'm just listening to you on my laptop. It noise cancels you out, apparently. Like, this is you don't even need earphones anymore. This is pointless.
What a fun time. Okay,
79% on Rex, 87% on Kira, because I want it to happen, not because I believe it'll happen.
Nice. What about Prince Caesar?
4,000% should happen. 11% on Shizor.
I like it. All right, and our final odd, we will see Asajj in live action sooner than later. I like how vague these things are. Like, Or just like it could be like, we will see her in live action, yes or no. And then it's like sooner or later, it's like, Disney's very funny Skywalker's Academy. I'm gonna say 45% again. I don't know. I think she's a fun character, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go 39%. Why not?
Nice.
Why not? 39%.
Why not?
Ron's
Do
got
it.
15. Okay, Pauline, stop with the Leaf negativity. Okay, just move on. You don't have to have faith. That's not what being a fan is about. It's not about, we're not. You like who you like. You're from where you're from, and Edmonton's probably going to win the cup. But I won't be celebrating. I won't even be watching. To be honest with you.
Oh.
I'm going to watch a real sport.
Pickleball.
Ah!
No. Nice.
Go with the pickleball. All right, top 5. If I can find
Top
it.
5.
I don't know where my top 5 banner is. Not that like, oh, everyone's like, whoa, what segment are they on? I gotta read the banner. Oh, anyone else thinks she has a thing for Obi-Wan? This is the R-rated movie. We're getting to it.
Gotcha.
Top 5 music themes.
Yeah. Star Wars tracks is what you got written on the thing.
Yeah. I hope you pick all of the Rogue One soundtrack.
I did.
My number 5, Rey's theme. I like it. I actually like Rey's theme. I like it's very different, and I'm like, I kind of dig this.
I am going to put finale. John. No, I'm gonna say Ewok Celebration. The original kind.
Yub nub. Yeah, that's my 4. Yub nub.
Noise. That's your number 4.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about. Oh boy. I really messed this one up. That's my number 4. Yeah, I messed it up.
My number 4 is going to be the Battle of Crate. Just because I want to put a sequel in there, and I do like the Battle of Crate just visually. So I'm sure the audio is great too, or the theme, or the backing instrumentals.
My number 3 is. Oh, there's a lot riding on this now. Okay, so that's 2. That's 1. The Force theme.
Oh.
Yeah. Should it be higher? It's my list. I do what I want.
My number 3 is Imperial March because it's pretty recognizable.
Wait, that was my 3?
I guess.
Oh, I only had 2 left. No, scratch. Sorry, I gotta scratch it, Brock.
Okay.
Sorry, my number 3 is Imperial March also.
Imperial March. It's like
you know
how like Super Mario is like da 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 da. That's the opening like Star Wars theme. And then Imperial March is like the dungeons where like do 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 do. It's like they're both bangers and they're both recognizable in a second if you grew up with Super Mario.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Trying to fix everything that's wrong with my. My number 2 is Duel of the Fates. Wow 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 wow.
Same. Duel of the Fates. It's great. It stands. I mean, this like. Let's just be honest. All these songs are basically John Williams, so it's like.
I only have John Williams on mine.
Yeah.
I will say. Oh no! Wait. John Williams also did the theme in Solo, the Solo music, which he did the solo theme of the Solo set.
Right. Yeah. Duel of the Fates, great, like fantastic.
My number 1 is just the opening Star Wars.
Yeah. Of course. The silence before it
Yeah.
blasts you is like something that I don't think we'll see again soon. I mean,
No.
I'm sure. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. It sounds exciting when it's full of people that love Minecraft. But apparently when Lava Chicken or Chicken Jockey shows up, people lose their mind. That's not really a song, but they play it sometimes. There's like the what's his face, Jack Black. He sings a song in Minecraft, and we
La,
play
la,
it
la,
sometimes.
lava. He sings a lot of songs.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
I love Lava Chicken. Don't even get me wrong.
So we play it at the Jays game, and like people, the kids lose their mind. So it's just like maybe that's what the new generation will be like, Lava Chicken. But yeah, it's the original score for Star Wars. What is it actually called? Just opening theme? Main title?
Main title. You know, it's called, the music from Star Wars that you love.
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah. So the effect it has on anyone that's like, let's say 35 to 65 right now is like, oh, it's wild. Nothing. I will say, and this like Marvel occasionally when that starts up and the characters are changing in the letters, that has its closeness to that like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Also, a new one that I can mention is the opening to any of the WWE Netflix era shows. It starts with like a title card and it's Triple H saying, "Then, now, together, forever." And I'm like, and they go, "Don't." I'm like, yeah. I'm trying it out. Oh, you don't have Netflix, but like it's a great way to open it, even if you don't know anything about wrestling. Like, yeah.
I don't have Netflix. I don't have Disney. I don't have something else. I got rid of them all. I have Prime and I have Crave. And I'm good to go. Don't need any of that garbage. They just shove junk in your face and we sit down like zombies and watch.
This has been our Star Wars podcast. Or we sit down and watch Star Wars.
You know what? Honestly, though, I haven't had Netflix since February, I think. I have not even thought about going. Like, it hasn't even crossed my mind. Aaron reminded me the other day that we don't have it. And Disney, I just got rid of last weekend, was when it expired. And I forgot I had that. Didn't even care. And Prime I get because I want delivery fast. I want fast delivery. And Crave is part of my TV package. And I wouldn't have either of those, to be honest, because I don't think I watch anything on either of them.
Yeah.
I'm out. I don't watch TV. I'm too good for that. I watch movies on my phone. I buy them for $29.99. I never do that either. Let's be honest. That's how much Sinners is right now. I was like, well, if I got a gift card, I could buy Sinners. And I was like, $30. I love you, Ryan Coogler, but I'm going to wait till you're $10. Did you see Sinners?
No, yeah, I want to see it.
Spectacular. I saw The Last of Us, Pauline. Terrible. Just absolutely atrocious. It's like watching the Leafs in the playoffs.
Oh.
It just fell short of everything. Brock hasn't seen it, so don't put any spoilers in the chat. We can't spoil the nothingness that happened through 7 episodes. Otherwise, they introduce these characters, Brock. And then you're like, oh, this is why they did it. And then they just like leave. They're just we gotta go. And they just leave. And you're like, well, what is happening here?
They're like, that's that character from the game. Oh.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it's a big part of the game, but and it might even be, because here's the thing, like video game storytelling is spectacular and everyone knows like whatever. And it's the biggest media, whatever. But I think some things work in a video game that don't work on a TV show or a movie, story-wise and structure-wise.
Yeah.
And season 2 might have been better than season 1, but they both weren't very good. So, but I think like this thing happens. I'm like, oh, in a game, if this happened, you'd be like, okay, fine. But watching in a show, it's like, why is it? I can't tell what it is because you haven't seen it. I'm like, why is it there? It happens in the last episode, so you'll get to it in a year. But like, it's like, why did you why? For nothing. And I think it would probably pay off next season, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's no hint at that, and there's no. Anyway, yeah. I've never played the game either. I own it. I own the first game. I bought it for $9.99, and I've never played it.
Nice.
Speaking of waste of money. Anyway, let me know what you think of Last of Us. Yeah, don't like it. Season 3 it's gonna be a show.
I mean, cool. Like as we were saying earlier in the episode, it's like if it makes some money or at least is somewhat interesting, they'll keep making it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, keep making it. I think the cinematography looks good in Last of Us. The set design is not very good this season.
Nice.
The acting's mostly good. There's a few that I'm like a little weak, but
gotcha.
Just Pedro Pascal's paycheck is just put him with a kid. It's like James Marsden in a car with a cartoon character.
I love that.
I hope they put him in a car with Rocket Raccoon just for like a brief second. I hope that happens just for that. I really hope they do because I think everybody would get a huge kick out of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brock. Anything else you want to say on this fantastic episode?
No.
La 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 lava.
I'm like almost done rewatching Andor. I'm stuck at the second week of episodes, so like where they're like we're the Gorman Rebellion, and it's like here you guys are boring. So like just before Sinta dies, I'm like kind of right roughly there, and I keep falling asleep. And I was like, I remember taking a while to watch these ones too, but I'm excited to just go whole hog in the last 6 episodes and then just watch Rogue One, hopefully. So.
Oh, that I going from the last episode to Rogue One, I think I will do.
Yeah.
I don't know if the last one will play well with like on its own. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Sorry. Things are falling right. Anyone tired of Pedro Pascal? I just think I'm not really tired. I think he's a good actor. He's fine. I just find his casting, and especially like Fantastic Four, to be lazy now. It just feels like it's lazy, Ryan Gosling in Star Wars. Your thoughts, Brock?
It's like dropping Anya Taylor-Joy in everything, and who else? Who else was that in a lot of stuff? But yeah, it's like no disrespect to Pedro. I'm like, I like you, but like it's just like there's nobody else. There's not a single person. No one else can do the thing. Nobody, not a single thing. Oh, no, okay. So, yeah.
Only Pedro Pascal. I think like the final two were like Pedro Pascal and like Adam Driver. I'm like, really? These are your okay, whatever. Like he's fine. I think he's going to be a really good Reed Richards. It's just uninspired and lazy to me.
Yeah.
I honestly, these Marvel movies, I know it's actors' paychecks, blah, blah, we had that discussion, but find a no-name, man. It's like Chris Pratt voiced Mario and Garfield. Find someone that sounds like Super Mario and Garfield. Whatever that is. Like, why Chris Pratt? And then the worst, like, I love the Grinch cartoon movie from a few years ago with Benedict Cumberbatch. I always bring this up. I love that movie. And I don't care what anyone says about it. But Benedict Cumberbatch didn't need to voice the Grinch. He changes his voice on top of everything. It's like, just find a voice actor who gets paid little, like, pay them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
That's my pet peeve.
It's like, I love when you see clips of, what's his face? Benedict Cumberbatch, like, walking on the ground when he was Smaug in The Hobbit. I'm like, why? Why did you do this? I don't understand.
Must have made some good money. That was at his height, right? Like the Sherlock height, I think.
I think so.
Like, pay me it all. Pay me it all.
Give it to me. My precious.
Anyway, I don't have an end screen because I'm on a different computer. So
okay.
Thanks everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Pauline, whatever we say, go Leafs go next year. Next year, Leafs winning the cup next year. Jays winning the World Series this year. The Raptors winning the NBA titles next year as well, and the year after, and probably the year after that. And go Argos, Brock. You were always scum.
Rebel Scum.